as you can tell by the title, I'm reading my first arc. I'm so excited about it. I can't believe I'm actually getting to read a book before it's come out. That is so exciting to me. So I decided, I kept seeing people like talk about how they get arcs and stuff like that, and most people said start out on NetGalley. Like, don't worry about your following, just try it, like you may as well, you've got nothing to lose type thing. And I got approved for one. I'm so excited, and it's a book that looks really up my street. I'm so excited to read it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, let's try it, may as well. Like, probably won't get it, but let's just try it. And I'm so excited that I did get it. So I got it on my phone. I don't know if there's a way to like read it on anything else, but my phone will do for now. It's fine, it's not a big issue. Before I got my Kindle, I used to read on my phone all the time. So it's called Charm a Dark Prince, and it's the Iron Crystal series. This is the first book in it, by Kathryn and Kingsley. And the description says, to save a kingdom, she must charm a monster. Transported to the magical realm of Avalon, Gwen finds herself in the hands of its dark and beautiful ruler, Mordred, the Prince in Iron. The prince holds total power in Avalon, trapping his rivals in an enchanted crystal prison, but he shows a strange gentleness to Gwen. Seeing no other way to escape, Gwen strikes a deal with Mordred's enemy. If she can break the crystal, she'll be free to go home. Gwen joins Mordred's court with a plan to steal his heart and destroy his prize. Desire sparks between them at once, but Mordred is a dangerous host. As they draw closer, his passion and anger burn brighter. Gwen would be foolish to trust him, and even more foolish to betray his trust. Ooh, I'm so excited. A gripping dark fairy tale and seductive fantasy romance with slow burning attraction, enemies to lovers banter, and an alluring villain. The Iron Crystal series will enchant fans of Sarah J Maas, Alyssa Cova, and Daniel L. Jensen. So I've actually never read any Sarah J Maas books, but I'm so excited to read this. It just sounds so good. I'm like shaking my legs and everything. I'm so excited to read it. So it's going to be published on the 18th of August. But yeah, I'm going to read it on my phone and just see how it goes. I'm going in with a clear mind, you know. Obviously, I'm going to be honest. If I'm not a fan of it, I'm not a fan of it. That's just how it goes. But I'm so excited to read it. I think I will be a fan, just from the description. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm excited to read. Like I said, I'm going to be reading on my phone in this, but I'm going to be giving my thoughts throughout without any spoilers, of course. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. But yeah, let's just get it started. I'm so excited. Okay, so I am on chapter 3 at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'll be honest, it took me a second to get into it just because it's in third person, and I am definitely a first person reader. But yeah, it took me a second to get into it, but I'm only on chapter 3, so it didn't take that long, you know. And I'm definitely, now I've got like over that little hurdle in my brain, I'm loving it. So it's following Gwen, who has found herself in a portal with her little cat Merlin, or not her cat, like a rescue cat Merlin, into a place called Avalon. I'm loving the like dialogue between Gwen and Merlin. So once they got into the portal, once they were in Avalon, she could hear what Merlin was saying. Like, I don't think it looks like he's talking, but she can like understand him, and he's just like such a sassy, like grumpy cat. I love it. I think their dialogue is so good. I'm a sucker for like being able to understand an animal, you know, like a familiar or that type of thing. She's not a witch, but it's that kind of vibe where you can understand the animal, and especially when the animal has got like a really sassy personality, you know, because I just imagine it being like in real life, like especially cats. I feel like if we could understand them, they would have like really funny personalities. But yeah, I love that in a book when there's like a character that's not a human but has like a human personality. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm excited to carry on. I'm excited to see what happens. Mordred, I think it's pronounced, is the male main character, and it's not massively been about him. It's more been about like Gwen finding herself in Avalon so far, but it's kind of been about him, and he seems to have like a crystal that gives him his like powers over Avalon. I think that's how I'm understanding it, and something's happening with that crystal where, you know, his powers, it's like cracking type thing. I think that's what's happening so far. But yeah, I'm excited to find out how they're gonna meet and what their sort of interactions are going to be like and what's going to happen with the crystal. I'm excited, so yeah, let's just carry on reading. Okay, so it is the next day and I'm still reading To Charm a Dark Prince, which is the first book in the Iron Crystal series. I don't know if it's going to be a duology, trilogy, a trilogy, or I have no idea how many books it's going to be, but I am loving this book so far. So I'm about 50% of the way through now. Also, I figured out that because I got NetGalley on my phone and that's how I got the arc for this book, I didn't realise I could connect that to my Kindle. So I've now got the book on my Kindle, which is very exciting. I much prefer reading on here than just off my phone, which is what I was doing at first. But yeah, I'm loving the book so far. I'm 60% of the way through according to my Kindle, so I'm on chapter 18. So Gwen and Mordred have met now and I love their sort of like dialogues. I think they're so good. I think because they're from like different worlds, so she's from Earth, he's from Avalon, or at least he's been out in Avalon for a long ass time. He's kind of doesn't necessarily understand some of the things she's saying, and one of them which I highlighted on here was he'd said something that like shocked her, and Gwen said, "You're shitting me," and he said, I fear I am having trouble parsing that one. Either you are expressing disbelief or this conversation has taken a very strange turn. I just thought that was so funny. I just imagine it like someone that doesn't quite understand how we speak would be a bit like, what? Like some of the phrases that we say, like "you're shitting me," is a bit like, if you actually think about what that means, very weird. Anyway, yeah, I love the sort of funny moments that they have. I think it's very much given like he's, you know, kind of smitten by her, but knows that he shouldn't go there for different reasons, and he thinks she's kind of going to be his downfall, but also, you know, he's kind of besotted by her a little bit. Like, just that they seem to be getting closer and closer, and I'm really loving it. And she's like torn between what's right and wrong. Should she get close to him? Should she not? Does she want to save him? Does she want to destroy him? She just can't decide, and I love that. I love that it's like a real like moral compass issue, you know. She doesn't know whose side she's meant to be on. But yeah, I'm really loving it so far. I think it's really, as the book is just really easy to read, really easy to follow. The plot is like, I want to know what's going to happen, you know. I want to know what's going to happen to Merlin the cat. I want to know what's going to happen to Mordred, to the crystal, to Gwen. Like I can't wait to finish reading it. So I've got a couple of hours now, so I'm just going to sit and read it, and I'm excited to figure out what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be like concluded in this book, because it says Iron Crystal book 1. I'm assuming there's going to be more books, so I don't know if I'm going to get an answer in this one. Hopefully I get some kind of answer, but we'll see. I don't know if she's going to find a way home, like back to Earth, if she's going to be stuck in Avalon. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen, which I think is so exciting. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to sit here now for a couple of hours. Maybe I might even finish the book in a couple of hours. The Kindle, you know, it kind of estimates, doesn't it, how fast you read, and it says exactly 2 hours time left in the book, so we'll see. But yeah, I've got about 40% left. I'm loving it so far, so yeah, let's just see what happens. Also, something that I forgot to mention was that he calls her Firefly, and I don't know, I absolutely love that nickname. I think it's so cute. That's how it ended. Oh my god, I need the next book. Oh no, do we know when the next one's gonna be out? No. That was so good. I need the next one. That was so good. I enjoyed that so much. I've literally just sat here and finished the last like 40% of it or whatever it was. I've just sat here for a couple of hours, not moved, and just like devoured the rest of this book. I absolutely loved it. I would say It definitely got spicier as it went on, for sure. I didn't really think there was going to be much spice in it from the first part that I read, but it definitely gets spicier. Maybe it might even get even spicier in the next ones, I don't know. I feel like it's really led on, like it's really ended in a way that leads on to the next one really well, but also I feel like this one's come to a good conclusion, if that makes sense, but also a bit of a cliffhanger. I know that doesn't really make much sense, but I do feel like it's rounded off really well in this book, but also makes you want to read the next one. And I really am excited for the next one to come out. I have no idea when it's going to be out, but I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. So I'd say this book, if you're into like fantasy, you know, different worlds, and also, like I said, a little bit of spice, I think this is definitely the book for you. It's a very easy fantasy to read, so I would say it, like, if you're just looking to get into like fantasy romances, this is a good one to get into, because it's not, I think some fantasy books can be a bit, you know, all the different names and all the different places, and you're a bit like, wait, what's that character's name again? Like, where am I up to? There's so much to discover. But this one's not really like that. I think because the characters have all got like names that we've heard of before, it's really easy to follow, really simple to follow, and the like plot is really, really good. Like I say, I'm like excited to read the next one. So yeah, I think out of 5 I would give this 4 stars. I think it was really, really good. Like I say, I'm excited to read the next one. I think the only thing that's stopping me from giving it 5 stars is that I don't want to like sit and read it all again now. I think once the next one comes out, I'll read this one again, and then, you know what I mean, and not feel like bored from reading it again. But I don't get that, like, I feel like with a 5-star book, I like could restart it right there and then and read the whole thing. Does that make any sense? I don't know. So yeah, 4 stars anyway. I think it's really good. I didn't notice any like plot holes or anything like that, or any like mistakes. Yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was really easy to read, a really good fantasy to get into, a series which I absolutely love, so you can just like get to know the characters more. I really loved the like humour between Gwen and Merlin at the beginning, and also Gwen and Mordred. I thought that was really good, and I also liked the side characters as well. I thought they were all really, you sort of have like an emotion towards them. You like feel sorry for them in parts, you feel like annoyed at them, you feel irritated by some of them. I just think it's written really well. I loved all the characters, especially the cook. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really good. But yeah, anyway, 4 out of 5 stars. So it's the first one in the Iron Crystal series, and it's called The Charmer Dark Prince by Kathryn and Kingsley. And yeah, I'm excited for the next one to come out. Thank you for letting me read this as an ARC. I really, really appreciated it, and it was my first one, so that's so exciting. But yeah, I really appreciated being able to read it before it comes out. So it's due to be published on the 18th of August, so around a month, just over a month till it comes out, and it's being published by Second Sky, if anyone is interested. But yeah, the 18th of August, The Charmer Dark Prince. I would definitely recommend it if you're into fantasy romances, but more leaning towards the fantasy at the moment. So yeah, thank you again for letting me read the ARC, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to read it. Let me know if you do read it in August. Let me know what your thoughts were. But yeah, thank you again for watching. If you did enjoy and you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, that's it from me. I will see you in a bit.